Hi, Lolly here. I had a request to show how I made my waterfall photos in my holiday smash book, and I have never seen any demos or tutorials on how to make a waterfall, so I just kind of made this up and went with it. So if you have a better way, an easier way, go ahead and share that or give me a link to another video. We're going to assume that these are photos that I want to put into an album. And because I'm out of photos right now, I'm just going to use cardstock. So I have 4 of them here, and I'm going to do them this way, mount them this way instead of horizontally. So all you need to do is measure the width across the top and cut strips of paper that are that width. If anything, make them a little smaller so they don't stick out over the end. And I'm using a contrasting color so that you can see this really well. These are 4 1/4, so I cut these 4 1/4, and I'm doing 1 1/2 in the width on that. So on each one of these, I'm going to take those over and score those at 1 inch. So I have 1 inch on one side and 1/2 inch on the other side of the score line. Okay, inch, and 1 more. And that'll do it. Okay. Set this aside. Okay. So on each one of these, go ahead and fold those. And you actually don't have to do one. I have one for each of the photos I'm going to mount, but you could just adhere the bottom photo to the page. Just adhere that and then waterfall the others from there. I like waterfalling even the bottom one. That way I can lift it up and have maybe a journaling card or some kind of embellishment underneath there. So for each one of these, I have a hinge, and I'm going to attach the wider side to the back of the photo, and then just attach this shorter side to the page. And I put a strip of washi tape down here as a guide to know where to place each of my photos so I don't get all crooked on that. So I'm going to put 1 strip of this there, and 2 there, 2 on the wide side, and try to get this lined up. Oops. Okay, so then fold that, it's glued, fold it under, line up the side of your picture with that washi tape and adhere it. So you've got your first waterfall right there, and do that for each of these. So I'm going to do 1 strip there and 2 here of the ATG glue. Okay. And then fold that under. And what I use is a measuring to distance how far I'm putting these away from each other is the width of this strip. So I line that up with the other photo and with the edge of the washi tape. There you go. So if you want your photos farther away from each other, then make this part of the strip wider. So I have a 1/2 inch here and a 1/4 inch here. I could make it wider by having 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch distance. Let me go ahead and put the rest of these on here and I'll show you how that looks. Oops. And from there. Okay, adhere that. Oops, that one I got on there a little crooked. Trying to hurry up for the video, and I'm not being extra careful on how I get these mounted. There you go. Okay, and this one. And there. So, like I said, I did a much better job when I had actual photos I was putting in here. It's a little crooked. So, and this is just a lightweight piece of paper. It's why it's buckling up. If you do this on a cardstock, it'll lie down flat. So each of these has its own little hinge, like that, and you can even open up the very bottom one. And that needs a little extra tape right there. Got it. So that's how I did those. And if you start lower on the page, you can stack really far up here. And again, these are only a 1/4 inch apart, and you can get a lot of photos in your photo album. So when you're all done, you just got to peel up the washi tape, unless it's something that you want to leave on your paper. Oh, wouldn't you know, I used cheap paper and then cheap washi, so it's not peeling up perfectly, but And when you're using good washi tape and good cardstock, you're not going to have this problem. The washi should peel up. Or you could make a light pencil mark, or sometimes there's just a decoration, a pattern on the paper that you can follow that pattern as you're laying your photos in there. The other thing you could do is to lightly tape a ruler and use that as your guideline. And if you don't want to use washi and waste your washi, one thing you can use is masking tape. But take the tape and just stick it to your shirt a couple times like this. And that way it won't ruin the paper. It'll still stick to the paper, but it won't pull the paper off when you're done. It just kind of dulls some of the stickiness on the masking tape. You can do that for Scotch tape as well. And you can use that to attach a ruler or however you want to guide yourself as you're putting these up there. So I hope that helps. And again, I have never seen a video or a tutorial on how to do a waterfall. I just kind of made that up because I needed something really quick in my Holiday Smash book. So I hope that helps, and thank you for watching and liking and subscribing.